Hello and welcome to Mailprotector. Today we're going to go over getting started with the Mailprotector email filtering service. By now you probably have received your first email quarantine notification. Today we're going to go over that notification as well as how to log into your account and to make changes to your account. So let's start with the email notification. You will get your email notification in your email and it will look a little bit like this. This is what the quarantine email looks like. It says, "Hi, you have 16 new messages to review." The subject line: "Hello, Dan." That's me. Here's your 1 p.m. email review for Thursday, November 7th. 16 messages were held since your last review 14 days ago. So I haven't checked my quarantine in 14 days, and in that time I've received 16 new spam messages. So I can check those messages by simply clicking the big blue button, Review My Messages. That will take me to my email quarantine. So I am logged in. There is no username or password that is required. We'll go over logging in just a moment, but when you click that link, that will allow you to log in. And you can click that link up to 3 times before it expires, and you have to either log in manually or get a new, or wait for your next quarantine email. So these are some of the emails that I have received. Most of these look pretty much like spam, so I'm probably not going to allow any of these. However, if you did want to allow any of them, you can deliver that email. You can also see why the email was put into your quarantine. Sometimes emails match a custom rule that's been developed. Sometimes they're junk in this case. You can also click into it to review the email further and get a little bit more information about that email. When you click into it, you can also see the email address that email came from, and you can choose to block all email from this address or allow all email from this address. Right now it's set to the default of filtering normally. If you have someone that you want to make sure all email comes through, this is a quick and easy way to do that. And we'll go over in another video how to update your allow and block lists. If you want to find out a little bit more information about why an email was blocked, you can do so here. Most of this is pretty technical, so we're not going to go into too much detail on that. However, that information is available to you, and you can also see the journey that your email traveled. If you decide to allow an email, you can click the blue deliver button. In this case, we're going to close this out. You can also, obviously, as I mentioned earlier, click the deliver button to send email through. You can also see right here a button that says view all 67 held messages. That's because the quarantine will only show you your latest emails when you click into the quarantine review. So if you click this, this will show you all email that has been blocked. And you'll see there's several messages that have been blocked here that were not included in the quarantine, such as this one, which was labeled as obvious junk versus just regular junk. So obvious junk is email that's gotten a score over 1,000 versus regular junk that is just scored at 275 here. Scores change based on different factors. So let's go over logging in. In order to log into the service, you will travel to emailservice.io. Once you arrive at emailservice.io, you're going to go ahead and type in your email address. In this case, I'm going to type in my email address. Click Next, and then you'll be prompted for a password. In many cases, you may not have a password enabled, especially when you're first getting started. So you can email yourself a login link to sign in. And that email being sent to you will look something like the following. Here's your secure link. Click Sign In. And you're logged in. Now we're viewing our quarantine again. If you want to make some changes to your account, you can click the gear icon. The most important thing to view here is the message review notifications. Enable message review notifications. These are the emails that come into your inbox. You want to make sure that this is enabled. And you'll see that mine is set up to review every 5 hours between the hours of 8 a.m. and 5 p.m. So that means that I'll receive a maximum of 2 notification emails based on emails that are coming in. If you'd like to only receive 1, then you can set this up to a higher number. If we set this to every 10 hours, then we'll probably only receive 1 per day. If we set this down to 4 hours, we'd receive 2 per day, or a maximum of 3. And it really is just based on the math. When you want the notifications to arrive, and then it will start counting every hour after that. Keep in mind that you will only receive these notifications if there is new email for you to review. So if you want to keep track of email that's coming in, then you want to turn this number down so that you can receive more notifications as they come in. If you're confident in the spam filter, which Mailprotector has a pretty good spam filter, then you can probably turn this up. We tend to leave this up so that we only receive one per day, which is what most other spam filtering solutions will do. The final thing that you can do is you can edit your profile up here. You click on your name, edit my profile, and here you can choose things to set a new password if you prefer. You can change your email or your name here. You can set your time zone. You can also talk about when emails should be received. You can set it so that special notifications only come in during business hours if you prefer. And you can also connect it to a feed reader if you prefer to view your quarantine email in a feed reader. And that sums up getting started with Mailprotector. Thank you very much for working with us, and we look forward to seeing you in the next video. All right.